Good morning. We've just spent the night in a lay-by on the outskirts of Sydney. It was the only free campsite we could find. It's technically a viewpoint, but there's no sign saying we can't camp here. So we've left no trace, got here late, we're leaving early. But anyway, today we're going to be doing the Woi Woi waterfall. We're going to then head up to Shark's Hole and Caves Beach before parking at a four-wheel drive access only free camp just west of Newcastle. Stopped at McDonald's, and McDonald's is a godsend when you're like wild camping in the cities, because not only do they serve hash browns and coffee, but they have public toilets and they're almost always open, aren't they? So on to Woi Woi. You're going to cross this pretty little ford kind of thing. It's quite shallow and slippery. Just keep following this. It's called Bush Hills Quarry Dam. So after about a kilometre of walking along the fire trail, you're going to approach this gate. It's all good, just walk around the edge. It's definitely not private property. All good. After a couple of 100 metres, you're going to get to a sign over here, but you can also see these power lines. Now you're supposed to follow the unmarked track, which would be left here, downhill, down the power lines. Some pretty cool rocky outcrops here on the left. Lots of corn on the cob in the trees. Time we walk past this plant that looks like a corn on the cob, I do crave corn on the cob from the barbecue. It's really silly of me, but along, and I've spotted this amazing spider's web. It's all dewy and frosty, and it's still got the big spider in it. Wow. You're going to come to the end of the fire trail and you'll be able to see a railway down there and a pylon. If you turn right at the pylon where Gemma's standing, follow the danger signs. That's the way to the secret waterfall, and if you listen carefully you can hear the waterfall at this point. Follow the stream down until you get to this quite severe drop, and if you peer over the edge carefully, you'll see the trough. Then turn right, walk this way, and we'll get you down. I would say if we go left down here, it's a bit muddy because it's rained last night, so it's going to be slippery. But if we go left down here, you can see where the path continues. So this is a bit slippery. Don't bring your gran down here in a wheelchair, that's for sure. Although if your gran can do this in a wheelchair, kudos to your gran. And then if we carry on down this path here, it should bring us out where we want to be. So we're coming up to it now. Oh wow, it looks exactly like the photos. There's also a pretty big area just off to the right of it that is going to be pretty good for getting changed, I think. How warm is it? Not at all warm. It's pretty cold, but it's pretty phenomenal too. How cold do you feel?
Cold. It's quite nice though, because the bottom of this is sand, it's not dirty.
Water time! Ooh. Cold, cold. It's pretty chilly. Definitely recommend coming here early in the morning, especially on the weekend, because it's quite a private place and you really wouldn't want to be sharing it with too many other people. So yeah, definitely try and get here before any crowds rock up, because it is quite a popular place on social media. So we are attempting to find Shark Hole, which is quite difficult as there's no signposted route to it. So we've parked on the shoulder of the highway. And yeah, we're just going to see if we can find this fabled shark hole. I don't know if there's any sharks in it, but we'll see. Bit of a weird experience where we made lunch at the side of the road. So we've made a, what is that, ham and coleslaw. Ham and coleslaw baguette, because those were the two things nearest at hand. But apparently it's
very good.
Apparently it's very good.
But
So,
I didn't have breakfast, and you did.
yes, Gemma just had a coffee for breakfast, which is her own fault. Whilst Gemma's eating her baguette, I'll explain how you get to Shark Hole. So, if you put it in Google Maps, it will try and take you through a locked gate. Essentially, if you park outside the locked gate, there are no stopping signs. If you go up a little bit, like a couple metres higher, they don't apply. If you park at the stopped gate and then just walk the route to Shark Hole that Google Maps takes you, that's the best way of doing it. It's about a 2.2 kilometre walk from where you have to park to Shark Hole, and obviously then again a 2.2 kilometre walk back. Now on the way back there is a kind of a viewing spot called Bunkers, which we'll have to check out. Long uphill walk. You're starting to feel a bit hot?
Yeah, it's a lot hotter than it is down south.
What we're walking on to get to Shark Hole feels like potentially maybe old ocean bed sediment, but it looks and feels like we're walking on the moon, just without the lightweightness. Just up here should be Shark Hole. We're going to see if we can get into the hole from the other way. Apparently there might be a ladder leading down to the other end of the hole, so we're going to see if we can find that quickly. This is the top of Shark Hole. There is a nice sketchy ladder, some rubbish. We'll go in and have an explore. There's a nice drop off on the bottom of it. How much do I trust whoever put this ladder in then? We'll see if I ever make it back up the top. If you look closely in this rubble here, you can see there are remnants of an old vehicle of some sort. There's your engine block, with the heads and the valves exposed. There's a transmission of some sort, a rear wheel drum, and a differential. It's a bit odd. That'd be one hell of a way to drop in, wouldn't it? Gemma is busy taking the whole beach home.
With cool rocks.
Gemma? there is a red-bellied snake here. It's a red-bellied snake. I'd say it's a black snake, just here, guarding the entrance. I have no idea if it's alive or not, but I'm not going anywhere near a black snake. So this is Shark Hole. Watch out for the little black snake. We're getting out of here. I'm no Steve Irwin. If you do decide to go on this ladder, be very careful. The rock that this ladder is secured into is not very good. We've just walked up a really steep hill and we've come to this abandoned bunker. So we're going to have a look around and see what we can find. Pretty cool. Pretty cool in here. Does, doesn't it? We've had our close encounter with a snake at Shark Hole. Wrongly named, I reckon it should be called Snake Hole. And we're now driving, it's about 10 minutes down the road to a place called Caves Beach, because we're going to explore some of the beach caves there, and then we're going to have to hightail it to our campsite, hopefully before it gets dark. So this is Caves Beach. So I think they must be doing some lifeboat training for man overboard or rescuing someone. But let's go and have a look at this cave over here on the right. Got a lovely little waterfall. So just under here is Caves Beach. Unfortunately, we've got the wrong tide time and we're not going to be able to get in without wet feet, and the tide's rising quite rapidly. So we're unfortunately not going to be able to go in and have a look, but from here it looks like a massive undercut, which is pretty cool. So we'll crack on to our campsite, but if you ever decide to come here, make sure you come at low tide for the best experience. In the Sugarloaf Reserve, and we're going to where WikiCamp says there's a 4-wheel drive access only campsite. So it might be a little bit interesting getting to the campsite, especially as we've had some rain today. Well, so far it's just a potholey but relatively graded track. So unless it suddenly goes gnar, I'd say whoever left the review that this was down a gnarly 4-wheel drive track drives a Subaru Forester. So this is the spot, but the power lines are making a really irritating buzzing noise, and there's a little trail here. So we're going to carry on down here, see if we can find somewhere that isn't making an annoying buzzing noise to set up camp for the night. So we didn't stay under the power lines because they were really noisy and electrically noisy, and I wasn't too keen on having a tent right underneath the power lines. But we found this area with like an Aboriginal hawk in the trees. So yeah, we'll be here tonight.